What the fuck? Good file management, bud. Welcome to Blackbridge Sound, the greasiest home recording channel on YouTube. Today we're going to try a little bit of an experiment in the studio. We are going to try to make a little bit of a homemade shield for the tom mic to block out the ride cymbal. Let's go. So I came across a cool video not too long ago of the drummer Darby Todd, who plays for Devin Townsend, which is a friend of mine from back in my time when I lived in England. He does kind of a vlog on his channel. I'll put a link in the description, but he talks about when they recorded the last Devin Townsend album called The Moth. They recorded at Top Floor Studios in Gothenburg, Sweden there, and the engineer Jacob Herman, he showed this little contraption that he came out with, which was basically a pop filter with a cloth sort of taped to it, and he would use it to block out the ride cymbal from that floor tom mic. Now obviously a floor tom generally on a drum set, you know, goes here, and the ride cymbal goes somewhere around here. So that ride cymbal is always quite close to that floor tom mic, and obviously is going to bleed through that quite a bit. So what he did was he rigged up, like on an old pop filter, just an old cloth.
Really quickly, can you show us what you did on the floor tom? I'm just going to get the ride out of the way.
Oh yeah.
This was this kind of ghetto together.
Super ghetto.
So this is a vocal pop shield that I duct taped a piece of what do you call it?
Well, gaffer tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
like a cloth.
Yeah. So basically, just folded it 4 times and duct taped it to this thing just to prevent some of the bleed from the ride. It looks super ghetto, but it really works.
For some reason we have like 4 or 5 pop filters kicking around in the studio here, so we thought we would sort of rig this up with an old, what is that called, like a J cloth or something? Like a microfiber cloth?
It's a microfiber cloth I got out of the garage.
Yeah, there you go. Oil stains on it and everything.
I think this one's pretty clean. I don't think I checked the oil with this one.
So hope not. So we thought we'd toast that up on our drum set and give it a try. So here is the homemade pop filter floor tom microphone shield thing.
On a condenser mic.
On a condenser mic. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. So there it is, J-Rock. What did you think? What did you think? Did it block out a lot of the sound?
You know, like, it did a little bit. I felt like it made the ride sound a little darker. It wasn't so crisp, but cut off a little bit of the high end. I don't think it would make that much of a difference at the end of the day, like when I was trying to mix something. Like, it's hard to say. Like, because we were using like a condenser mic, maybe it just picks up too much of it and it might make a difference with a dynamic, like a 57 or something.
Yeah, maybe because the pickup pattern is so wide on the condenser.
Like, it's supposed to be the same pickup pattern, but like, I don't know, dynamic mics are just smaller, so.
Yeah. Well, let's toast it up then with an industry standard Shure SM57.
Let's go. Again.
Again. So J-Rock, what'd you think of that one?
I honestly thought that this would make much more of a difference.
Yeah. As a bit of a side note, obviously we are a home recording channel, so we're just, in the basement. When you're at the level of, Jacob Herman at Top Floor Studios, he's on an elite level of his abilities and knowledge and stuff. So that tiny bit of blocking up the sound might be all the difference at that level.
Yeah,
for sure.
You
never know.
It very well could be. I don't really see it being that big of a game changer. The way I would approach something like that, if I was mixing an album, I would just strip the silence between all the tom hits, and then you wouldn't have to worry about bleed. Like, I wouldn't worry about gates, and I wouldn't worry about like dynamically EQing out cymbals or something. I would just cut them. Right. And then you would only have the tom hits, and you have like a full manual control. Now, I don't know if that's how professional guys would do it or not. That's just, that would be the approach I would take. And at that rate, I don't see this really making a difference.
Now, do you think it's because this is a small shield, it's only about this big, right? I mean, do you think if we had a bigger shield, that would make a difference?
Yeah, this is such a small thing. Like, it's basically the size of the microphone.
Yeah, a little bigger, but...
So, yeah, I probably have a bigger shield that we could use. You want me to grab it?
Go for it.
Let's
toast it up.
I'll be right back. You might want to keep the people entertained while I'm gone.
What I'll probably do is just fast forward this. Or maybe I'll have a little story time with Mike. So basically, I'm going to say first thing that comes to mind right now, that is, for the JFK assassination, as a bit of a side note, obviously we're a home recording channel, so we're just in the basement. When you're at the level of Jacob Herman, he's on a level of his abilities and knowledge and stuff. So that little bit of, that tiny bit of blocking sound might be all different at that level. I'm not sure if there was a second gunman in the grass, maybe there was, I don't know. Oh, here we go. So you're definitely right, you definitely did have a bigger shield. So J-Rock here has an actual movie prop from the movie Troy from the early 2000s, Brad Pitt. Criminally underrated movie, actually. This is definitely a much bigger shield.
Yeah.
Than,
like,
obviously the little...
What do you think? Do you think this is going to block out more than this puny little...
I would hope so.
Ultimately, this should be the ultimate microphone bleed rejection technique.
Yeah. Like, even if we can even like fit it on there somehow, let's Troy it out. Let's Troy it out on the drum set.
Well, as long as it doesn't become the Achilles heel of our recording technique, I think we'll be good.
I've got a Brad Pitt at the bottom of my stomach because I'm so nervous to see if this is gonna be any better.
You're not supposed to eat the pit.
Are you supposed to eat the Sean Bean?
The Sean Bean.
Sean Bean actually survives in that movie. But anyways, we are wildly off track. This is the shield from the movie Troy to try to block out the ride cymbal from the floor tom mic. Let's go again. So there you have it, the Troy shield. What'd you think of that one there, bud?
Was probably the least effective shield.
Which is what, yeah, like it's so much bigger and it's way more like padded and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, like, and also like when you watch the playback, you'll probably hear the difference as you see the shield go in and out because you're listening with your eyes. If you close your eyes, there's honestly like no difference. Like this is like How could you have a shield this fucking size
and have it not really block that much?
and it, like, to go between the ride cymbal and the microphone on the tom, and it makes like no difference at all.
It's definitely not the result that I had on my bingo card.
No, I
thought this was gonna go down at all, so.
I thought this would be like night and day. Like you wouldn't even hear the ride.
Yeah, for sure. So it's kind of a testament to
The cloth.
pop filter one, that
The pop filter and the cloth.
because it's significantly easier to acquire that than it is to acquire a movie prop from the movie Troy, the
Yeah.
really underrated movie Troy. It's a much easier thing to Troy to acquire that pop filter shield.
Well, it's a much easier thing to Troy and fit that in there too, because this was quite difficult to actually splice in between, you know? Mm-hmm. Like there's not that much room on a drum kit.
I had the idea that Orlando bloomed in my mind to try this out, and it was definitely a very eye-opening experience for sure to see which one was better. But we want to know what you thought. Do you have any experiences with Troy shields or homemade pop filter shields to try to block out the ride cymbal from the floor tom mic? Let us know in the comments what you thought of it.
Troy it out.
Yeah, Troy this out for yourself. If you have a Troy shield from the movie Troy,
Like there's like 10 to 20 different shields. Maybe the other shields in the movie, like
yeah, let us know.
maybe they would do a better job or a different job or have a different tonality to them, you know?
So we want to know what you thought. Let us know in the comments what you thought of this shield, of the pop filter shield. Let us know if you thought the movie Troy is criminally underrated like we do. I think it's a pretty epic movie, but we want to know what you think. So let us know in the comments. We've been Blackbird Sound. You've been Greasy. And always remember the most important thing. Always buy gear. You always got to work on your ABGs. And we're going to add even more to that. Always buy Troy shields.
When they come up for sale, yeah. I couldn't let this one go.
Blackbird Sound, signing off. Have a great rest of your day. Stay out of jail. Eat your vegetables.
Watch some Troy. Throw a little bit of fucking mustard on it.
A bit of
With your fucking relish.
relish.